Seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Like
you got $100,000 to spend on Lorcana. Buy, I don't know, invest in some property or something, dude.
Rent a use for it, man. The camera AI doesn't follow you around the house
this is
anymore?
the problem. No, I'm back in the stupid laptop, and this camera doesn't even follow me. It's like the 1920s are all over again.
Catch
Let's
you
go.
butt-ass naked,
You know, it's like the good part is like Blink-182 tickets are back in the prices like the 1920s. Tell me when you're filming, Louis.
I'm ready.
Oh, whoa! Welcome to May This Be With You, America's most low budget, but not as low budget as Blink-182 Ticket TCG podcast. I am, of course, joined by the man who's already drinking maybe a spicy marg, but definitely drinking his way into my heart. Donald!
Just regular, not spicy today.
Is it really a marg?
Cayman Jack.
What's it came?
It's marg in a can.
If you have to ask, you don't need to know, buddy.
Is that good?
You're not initiated.
I've
Is
never
it
had
good
one
or
of
just
those.
alcohol filled?
Does it matter?
It's 5.8%.
Say, so just alcohol filled. And I'm of course going by the man. I still can't get past the haircut. I don't know quite who this is. Josh!
I miss long hair, Josh. Remember
I do too.
super long hair, Josh?
No.
I love how you two are drinking
this is
alcohol and
peak
I'm drinking
Josh.
coffee. This is our difference in lives.
Oh, I'm gonna go make a coffee like halfway through this podcast, not only to tick Louis off, but you know, because
It'll probably be right when we start the Pokemon section.
That'll be when I get my refill.
Magic with these two bozos.
That's when I get my refill during the Pokemon section. And I am, of course, joined by Blink 182, #1 fan. The man who said Final Fantasy would not outsell the last big Magic set.
That's not true.
It is. You said that Final Fantasy would not outsell the what's it called set?
Lord of the
Lord of
Rings.
the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. You did.
I may have said that.
Louis George.
What is up, everybody? And we're joined by the man who does not understand many things, George. What's up, buddy?
Accurate.
I love
Nope.
how when I spend too much money on Blink-182 tickets, I get made fun of.
Because you
And then
buy them at the Pico top. There
I
is
buy
no better top signal than Louis buying anything.
I buy Blink-182 tickets so I can get in the pit.
You're not in the pit. You
You're-
sent me pictures of your seats.
I
You're
think-
not in the pit.
I didn't get pit tickets that time.
Yeah, you were in the seats looking at the pit.
This time I got pit tickets.
I don't believe you. I want pictures this time.
No, I'm not doing that for you.
Yeah, because you're sitting down like an old man.
It gets worse. When I saw Blink 182, I saw it from a box. I had a suite.
That's worse.
God, that's gross.
I would never do that.
That's
it was
vile.
not as
What's
good as
the
being
point? What's the
there.
point?
It ended up being significantly cheaper because it was a 12-person suite and the total was like half price per ticket doing it that way.
That makes sense. You got a discount.
And
then.
all you can eat and drink.
The food would be good.
The beer was better.
I was at the Seattle Mariners game, and I was in the box. I gotta say,
Yeah,
Food
at a
makes it.
baseball game, that's perfect. But like a concert,
No,
know, hear
amateur
music.
baseball's where it's at.
all right, I want to
Minor
give an
league ball.
anti-shout out to something. It's a good call. So
Mariners.
no, I'm fine with the Mariners. No beef. My home team.
The Mariners have not been the same since what's his face left.
I can't tell you a single player or the
Listen,
record. I don't care about that so much.
sidearm-
Let me tell you about the food. So they had their big aha reveal moment of like, boom, this is like the thing that will get people button seats. It was called the What Up Dog, I think, or something like that, or Who Dat Dog, or something like that.
The Who Dat.
That's New
Oh.
Orleans.
Google it, Louis, put it in the little video thing. And it was a blue corn dog with cheese in it, with
What's it
cheese
called?
around it.
The
Oh, hold
the
on.
What Up Dog.
The corn dog itself was blue.
So that's what I thought. But here's what it is. It's a corn dog covered in nacho cheese,
Oh, this looks terrible.
covered in Takis, the chip.
No.
So here's what I would like to say
That's
about
what you
it.
sent me a picture of the other day.
Yeah, accurate.
What'd you think it was?
Well,
You think
here's
it was a, should I go see a doctor about this?
Nerf. So like,
I thought my wife's worked in the ER. I thought it was something George was doing.
Is this broken too?
I think that the Takis with the corn dog was good. I like a nice little spicy kick to it.
What are they thinking with this?
Covering it in the nacho cheese is good in theory,
Oh, I didn't realize.
but
that
it
was
makes
nacho
it
cheese.
so soggy.
Yeah.
It ruins it.
You gotta dip it.
Can I say something that's definitely going to get me some hate?
Yeah.
Corn dogs are not very good.
You're wrong.
That's
You're
false.
objectively wrong.
I'm not a corn dog. You know why?
Because you're a terrorist?
No, because popsicle sticks. I can't touch them.
I forgot your freaking weird ass.
It's the same
You
thing.
just pull it
Of
off.
buying
The,
things of
unlike
like
a-
value and
unlike a
popsicle sticks.
popsicle, you just pull it off.
You would have to touch the popsicle stick then.
So wait, when when the ice cream truck comes around, your kids are limited to what they can get then.
No, I get them a popsicle, but whatever I get them, but I open it with the wrapper so I don't have to touch the popsicle stick.
Doesn't the popsicle stick stick out of the wrapper? No.
No.
No, you push it. You
No,
push
you're
it
right.
down.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like how I open the cryptic packs. You push it down. Anyway,
guess
welcome
I
to the
think we're missing
podcast,
the
everybody.
dog.
We're
I
6
think the
minutes
dog
in.
got too soggy. I think there's better ways to do that.
I think your
they
new
should have put the
nickname is the Soggy
Takis.
Dog, just so you
Think-
know.
I think they should have put the Takis in the corn dog mix.
They should just own it and call it the soggy dog.
Yeah, Soggy Dog.
I think that would have been fine. It was disappointing. I'll be honest.
Okay,
And the
everybody.
person I was with got the walking taco, and that was amazing. And I just had to watch him eat his delicious food
Walking
while
tacos.
I was eating my disgusting soggy corn dog.
Walking tacos are great food. That's a good.
Especially now that chip companies have started to make walking taco chip bags.
Yeah.
Bigger than
Never seen
handheld chip bags, not as big as a full bag of chips, and they open sideways.
I goofed.
When I always had to do concession stands, the real trick was to cut it across the side.
Yeah,
Not everybody just opens the top, and then you don't have
that's
good enough access.
Shout out to
Okay,
Wizards of
everybody.
the Coast as we transition to Magic. That's innovation.
Donald-
just like Wizards of the Coast.
What was your favorite story from that concession stand?
No. All right, here we go. We're talking about
I want to
Magic.
hear Donald's story. Donald's my best friend.
Let's save it for the secret sauce. That could be the secret sauce this week.
Okay.
Secret sauce is not
Start thinking about it,
nacho cheese. It
Donald.
makes
That
things
gives
fun.
Donald some time to make up a good story for
Okay.
the secret sauce. All right, so we're gonna talk about Final Fantasy. We're gonna
Yes.
talk
Number one
about-
selling set.
we're gonna talk about the new secret lair. We've got
Oh my God, another one?
Pokemon. We've got Lorcana. Should George buy some Lorcana stuff? So collector booster boxes.
What's our sorcery topic?
Oh, I had a sorcery topic. What we do?
I
have a
love
sorcery
that you don't even remember when you have a
Dude,
sorcery
I am
topic.
so-
That's how little you think of this game.
topic.
That's how little you think of this
I-
game.
I
You
have
don't even
not-
remember when you have topics.
I have not thought about anything other than Final Fantasy this week.
Of course
think
not.
I'm-
Final
I've
Fantasy
done
is
nothing but ship Final Fantasy, like package Final Fantasy, for 5 days.
dope. Final
Donald,
Fantasy
it
is
makes
dope.
me slap happy when we get this far into the podcast and Louis is now just getting through the rundown. It just makes me giggle.
Yeah,
This is
thank you,
awesome.
thank you guys. You guys are great. Last week was great. Josh and I went live. Thanks to everybody who was there on the live stream.
Yeah, I was
also
having my
Hector
morning
Henderson here.
coffee. I had to put on clothes.
Pretty good. That was fun. I think
That
we
was
should
fun.
just do that every week. It was a blast.
Live stream.
We
was the
used to talk about doing live podcasts, but it
You used to talk about doing live podcasts.
best. Live
Yeah, a
podcasts
lot.
are the best. They are the way.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
How many boxes are on TCG Player, Louis? Tell
So-
us.
Collector boxes are at $725, and there was somebody that put up a bunch of boxes today at like $660. I don't understand why they do that. Like, why you think they really sell that much faster when you lower them like that? Like, anyway, lots
Well,
of
considering you're the only one that saw it, probably. They seem to move pretty quick.
I guess so. Average of 33 selling a day. There are 100 listings on TCG Player. And it's funny, you can see like the graph, it like spikes up and comes down, spikes up and comes down. It looks like it's primed in my opinion.
Prime for what?
Well, supply is going to run out at some point. There's only 100. Sorry, I said 100 listings. There's only 15 listings, only 100 total boxes of supply on TCG Player right now. So 3 to 4 days, and the price is gonna. Today's Wednesday.
Say it. Don't be a coward and say it.
No, we're not going to.
Say it.
We're not
Say
going to
it
1K
with
soon.
your full chest. I want to hear it.
We're not going to 1K soon.
Final Fantasy to 1K.
Hold on. Are you butthurt that somebody made fun of 1K, so now you won't say it?
No.
Are you butthurt?
Are you going to try to steal my thunder like somebody else did?
No, I'm not. I just don't think we're going to 1K that quick. I think there's
I
a
do.
lot. there's a lot of supply of this set. Like this was not a supply issue set.
It's a demand.
I think there's going to end up being more supply than like people were panic buying at first because they thought that there wasn't going to be the supply. I think the market's going to overcorrect and there's going to be more supply than what we think.
More
I
supply
disagree
than
with
what
Donald,
we think.
this is a 1K podcast. You need to get on that train.
More supply than what we think.
I think people are going to be really upset when they buy their $1,000 collector box and they can't make that money back off of it.
I have seen that before in other calls to 1K.
Yeah.
Well, oh, hold on.
So-
Of course, they can't make their money back off of it.
People think they can. They think they're just buying the.
I mean, down they're buying
free money.
lottery tickets. Like they're like 99.9% of the boxes will not hit their value back, but that one,
So I
that one has a $20,000 CHOCOBO in it.
I actually think early on you're going to see a pretty good, like these surge foils are no joke. Like they are selling, like there's market prices for them. They are selling for $300 to $400 on
That's cheap to me.
a
That's
lot
cheap.
of the surge foils.
And is it
That's
one
cheap.
per pack surge foils?
So I don't know. I've only opened one box, and I actually screenshotted it because I thought it'd be good. It's funny when you're opening Final Fantasy and you don't know anything about Final Fantasy. The Final Fantasy fans really don't like that. They're like, why are you opening Final Fantasy? This is a Final Fantasy set. Why are you opening it? And my answer was, do you know that this is also a Magic the Gathering?
Nobody cares.
You
Absolutely nobody
undercovered
cares
my
about Magic
reason
the Gathering
why you
because people care
haven't
about Final
seen my
Fantasy.
collector booster box openings on the channel. 'Cause I don't know what I'm looking at.
But so somebody said, I don't think you realize how crazy that box was. You got 3 of the 10 special artist cards, and the expected pull rate is 1 every 2 boxes, not packs, boxes. So I got 3 of 10, and that's apparently really good. And then 2 SIDS, and the expected pull rate is 1 per every 2 to 3 boxes. And then the surge foils, the 2 surge foils I think is interesting because that's like where the high right now the value is on TCG players, the surge foils. So I think what really matters is will that hold? Will those cards? Do people really want that version or not? Be interesting.
I got to confess something to you guys. I have roughly $200 worth of cards in my TCG player card right now.
Ooh.
And they're all essentially commons and uncommons.
Ooh.
The Final Fantasy Through the Ages, 4 of the foil Fatal Push showcase, the Lightning Bolt showcase, and the Counterspell showcase. I'm a sucker for play sets of staples,
So
and these
Josh,
look cool.
when is the right time to buy this set for singles? When is the best time for these hot and singles ready to mingle with my wallet?
Okay.
This is
Not
a
right
tough
now.
one. This is a
Not
tough
right
one.
now.
Well, hold on, Boo Boo. The high-end singles are weird because this could be a situation where if the collector booster box on release is going up in price and these things are coveted, you might be looking at not much of a dip from here. It goes against
When does it
everything we
release?
see.
Pre-release weekend
pre-release
is this weekend.
Is today when you're watching the podcast.
Yeah.
And you can ship collector
No.
boxes today.
Not on TCG Player. You can't ship. So, non TCG Player stores you can't ship until Friday.
A week.
A week from Friday.
after.
Wait,
I
for
imagine
Magic
that would be
too?
the time to buy. Is it wrong?
It used to be back when it was 4
Right,
sets a
for
year.
mod day.
It used to be 3 weeks after release was like the peak time to buy.
Yeah.
I think that's accelerated now. I think it's not 3 weeks. I think it's
So
much quicker.
now
Define
there's
that for me, Donald. A week, 10 days.
Probably, yeah, something like that. 10 days.
there's so many people cracking singles now. And it's weird. Like this is one of those sets though where like if I am a store. As a store, I'm like I much rather just sell the sealed
I love
product
how you go to your store so little. You have to remind yourself. Donald, how does it make you feel as an employee?
at my store every single day, George.
Nobody believes you. Continue.
Donald, how often am I at the store?
Don't lie, Donald.
I
Live
would like
form,
to
Donald.
plead the 5th.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Good
How
take.
many sorcery games are played there, Donald?
Okay.
Also,
So
as Donald's representation, he also pleads the 5th.
if I'm a store, I don't want to take the time and energy and risk of opening up packs when there's guaranteed easy ship a box money on the table.
That's why you're never going to make it. You're never going to hit that golden cereal chocobo and 10x your money.
That's
'Cause
fair. That's fair.
fear.
But I think that results in less singles on the market because there's less stores who are doing it, and the average consumer,
I think it's a bad take.
the average consumer isn't going to take the time to list the cards and sell the cards.
I think it's a bad take. I think a lot of these boxes are going to pack rippers.
Well, I think, but even like Whatnot, right? If you're a streamer on Whatnot, you're yourself not listing the cards, and then at the flip end is the buyer on Whatnot really listing singles on
Overwhelming majority
No.
of Magic fans who are
Yeah.
cracking packs don't list their singles.
So you might have a scenario where this initial release of singles onto the market is where the big dip happens, and you have, you know, pre-order prices or 1 week prices are the lowest. Like I think there's a better case for that than there is for like 2 to 3 weeks being the low.
I just
Do you think it
I
goes
don't
up
know.
from here?
Not necessarily from here, but I think like if I were looking to buy cards that I actually wanted, not to like speculate on or something like that, I would pick up those cards on like Sunday.
This Sunday or next Sunday?
Pre-release weekend Sunday.
Hmm.
To me, that's when like as a store, I see it in the behind the scenes. Like Friday night, I'm not listing cards. Saturday night, I'm not listing.
Can you sell singles on Friday on TCG players?
Yeah, I could list singles right now on someone.
You can pre-sell, but you can't ship
sell them
until-
right now.
Well, and if you, and the other thing about that is the current market is only stores who are approved for pre-selling on TCG Player, which
When
is
does that caveat
Friday,
go away?
next Friday, a week from the podcast.
I think that's the time to buy.
Probably, maybe, yeah, because then anybody can go up there and list.
Yeah, I think a week from Friday is the time to buy.
Now, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
All right, Donald convinced me. That's the time.
So we don't mess open anymore. But when
What happened?
Brothers War happened.
Brothers War happened.
Those of war.
Lord of the Rings Special Collector happened.
It had to go well for you. Boxes
And
are
then
2K.
Most importantly, the Gold Wizard program started, and now I have other ways of selling a lot of
Dumping.
product to buy a lot of product. So the thing that we noticed though is what happens is there's some sellers on TCG Player who don't actually have the cards, and they list the cards and they drop ship from other stores. This is wild. So like we kept getting the same couple sellers or buyers reach out and say, hey, don't include a packing list with this order. And so like, you know, we included the packing list anyway, because that's how we ship our cards. We like literally can't, like we use the packing list for the address in a window. So we literally can't do it. But what we noticed, it was the same people over and over, and the account is buying cards and drop shipping to things. So what their play is to pre-sell right now when it's really high,
Mhm.
and then they go on and on Friday of next week when you can ship cards, they go on and buy those cards Friday of next week when the price has tanked on those cards.
And they set the shipping address to.
Yeah. And so then they have all this, they don't ever touch any product, but they make, 4 or 5, 10%, whatever the market price has dipped on it.
Seems like a lot of work for not a lot of return.
I mean, I would never do that. I could never ever.
It's a lot to keep straight.
A few times
Yeah.
we have not had a card, and I've reached out to somebody and said, hey, do you want us to like order you one and have it shipped or whatever? But we're always transparent about that. I would never do that because not for my, it's just crazy. But so if that happens on a set like this, and then all of a sudden the supply of the cards is significantly less. In other words, if there's 10 Surge Foil Kefkas on the market right now, and in reality only 6 of those have actually been pulled out of packs, that kind of thing can send the prices crazy.
Yep.
And I don't know I don't know how rare, I don't know how hard
I want to take the opposite line. Like, this sets like this they can get so boring because it's just constant excitement. I think because things are so limited, the collector boxes are actually going to dry up. And guess what? This might be close to the low that we're going to see.
Say it, Josh.
It might just
Hold
go
Jeff.
up and
There's
up.
a difference
Hold
though
on.
between
Yeah. singles and collector boxes.
Yeah, there's a
But
difference
most of
between
these
the singles.
come from collector boxes.
Wait, I don't care about that so much. Josh, what will the price be?
On release,
Yes.
We
you
talking
tell me store it's $800, $810.
this weekend when the podcast launches?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. That'll happen for sure.
Cowards.
Now,
How about release?
shortly after that, guess what it'll be?
What?
1K.
Yes. I'm in. Josh has convinced me with a superior argument. I'm sorry, Louie.
I'm giving you that argument, and I have a Winnie the Pooh playmat. Remember that spicy Winnie the Pooh playmat? Shout out to a very special employee over at a very special game store.
I love that Donald stole that for you.
Oh yeah, he did.
He definitely did. I love that. Donald,
paid
can I have a
someone.
box of Final Fantasy collectors?
I paid someone.
He goes,
Yeah.
Louis, what do you want me to charge Josh for the playmat? I said, I don't care at all. Just send it to Josh. He goes,
That's what he told me, and I said I'm paying someone.
He already paid me. I said, congratulations.
Yeah.
For the record, I also paid you.
I have no clue.
I
No,
know.
I
I
know
should have
if that's
kept
true or
it.
not.
You should have kept it.
check your PayPal receipts.
Ooh, that was for you, Donald.
That was for your gift for stealing.
I cannot. My conscience will not allow me to do that.
I'm your fence.
All right. So how about George? You told us that there was the first sold listing of one of the traveling Chocobo.
Why do you
God,
keep
please
doing
say
that?
it.
God.
You
What
know
is
you're
it?
doing
God.
I can see the look in your eyes. You know you're doing
No,
it
because I know
intentionally.
you think I'm
It's
doing
like you're
it.
It's not
Look,
even
there's-
good engagement, babe. You have
There's
so
no
much
A. There is no A in that where it's not cha.
No, but
Kobo.
he's
It's
Donald.
Chocobo.
Donald.
That's what I said.
oh.
Chocobo.
Don-
No, you
Donald.
didn't.
Donald. He's doing this on purpose.
Did I
I
say
know, yeah.
Chocobo?
He's rage baiting
It's
the
a bit.
comment
It's a
section.
bit.
He's rage baiting the
Oh, look,
comment
it's
section.
funny
Put
that
in
I
the
don't know
comment
the
section below if it worked or not.
card that I've been told several times. No, we get it.
Okay.
We get it, dude. You're edgy. Guess the card, win the card. All right. Tell us about the Chocobo.
So the neon and green sold for $1,700.
Less than I thought.
Not the serialized, just the neon.
Yeah,
ink.
but it's not serialized.
And actually, 2 of them sold. That's interesting.
I think it's less than I thought. Is that what y'all? Is that what did y'all
I
think?
don't understand. Is there is one more rare than the other on the? Is it like
The neon. I think
think
the
the one-
neons are rarer than the regular.
Sure, but is one?
I
is
think
it like
the
the
one
Hide
that
Fugu?
is. I think the one that's only in Japan is probably the rarest one.
Yes.
There's one that's only in
Wait, the
Japan.
black one,
Ooh.
the black one maybe. I think
right.
is only in Japanese boxes.
Oh snap! I hope that's super expensive because I have some Japanese collector boxes left.
I don't think it's any more rare than the others. I just think there'll be less Japanese product open than there will be English product. Is why it'll be rare. I would say the pull rate for all of them is the same or similar.
I'm trying to figure out.
Well,
Here's
but we saw this with the Kamigawa.
Was it not the
neon
same
dynasty.
though in
no,
Kamigawa?
those
No,
were
they
more. There were
They
some that were more
significantly
rare.
different. Like each color was a different pull rate. Here, I don't know if we've
Oh,
heard.
what was
it's right
the-
here. We do. Pink,
we do.
yellow, green, and blue neon ink foil colorful
The black
Chocobos
one is going to be
appear
awesome. You know what? They nailed this set. So the
at
black.
the same rate in all languages of collector boosters.
Wait, what'd you say? You said yellow, green. Oh, pink,
pink,
yellow. Okay.
Pink, green, yellow, and blue neon ink foil color Chocobos appear at the same rate in all languages of collector boosters. Wait, what does that say? Is that just saying that they're the pull rates are the same from English to Japanese to whatever
No,
version?
It's saying
Or
the
they're saying
pull rates
each
from
color is
neon
the same.
pink to neon green to neon yellow to neon blue are the same.
Okay. What?
Black Chocobo being Japan exclusive is freaking brilliant because Black Chocobos, as we all know, can only go over mountains. Well, that's not fair. They can go over mountains, whereas other Chocobos can't. And Japan has some of those beautiful mountains. So I think that's why
Also-
they really set as Japan only.
It's also the fastest of all the in all the mini games.
Is that true?
Yeah, duh. Don't you know anything?
In the minigame?
Yeah,
like
in
you're
the
not
mini
even
games in
actually
Final Fantasy VII, it's the fastest Chocobo.
It's like you're not even a fan, George.
God, I want you to know I was so busy this week. I was sad because I really wanted to replay Final Fantasy VII again.
Wait, hold on. It's got the
I should've-
special print treatment that was in Phyrexia. All will be one. I didn't know
It's
that.
that oil. It's that oil stain thing.
That's
I
going
think
to
I
be
know
awesome.
somebody who pulled one of these. I'm gonna look at it and see if he actually pulled it. We'll do a shout out if he did. Oh, he definitely did.
Who did?
Banks. Yeah. That's awesome.
You got to tell him you got some. I got some stuff on my shelf that I'll trade him for it.
Yeah. New
Yeah.
Capenna collector boxes.
No, I'm thinking. I got some first edition
There you go.
boxes. So
Okay, so yeah, that's cool. So what's your prices then? Where do these fall? George, you said this is less than you thought.
I think 700 seems a little bit. I mean, like I think that seems low for the neon chocobo, don't you?
1700.
Huh?
1700.
Yeah, that seems low to me. Does it not seem low to you?
Yeah, I think it's high.
that seemed higher
Really?
than
What do
I
you
thought
think
it
it settles at?
So there's there's I mean 4 different colors. I don't know.
Not a lot of them.
It's not
What do
the
you think it settles
biggest,
at?
it's not the biggest pull.
Well, it's one pull that's bigger. It's not the biggest pull. It's the second biggest pull.
I don't know. Some of the surge foil, like the special foil. No, these will be bigger. You're right.
These
Yeah.
are bigger.
I know.
I
Oh,
think the one thing that this thing has going for it is that if I'm going to spend $1,700 on one of these, I'm the type of person who wants all 4 of them.
Yeah.
Right. Like once you're spending that amount of money on a card, it just puts you in that like you want all of them, all 5, whatever, 4 or 5 of them.
Gotta collect them all.
So like that increases the value of them significantly. I'm going 20. I'm going these
I
balance
think
out at
1,500 to $2,000 will be about right for that card. That's
I'm
my
going
hunch.
2,500. They balance out at 2,500.
I think they
That's
come
way
down.
too high. Yeah, they come down for sure. That's way
To
too
what?
high.
To what?
Like 1K.
Yes. Welcome, Donald.
Shot.
Welcome to the team, Donald.
No. I mean,
Thank you.
no. I just
Wait, hold on, Louis. Donald, will you just say Chocobo to 1K?
Chocobo down to 1K.
Love it. I'll take it. Beggars can't be choosers.
That's because George just wants to buy them.
I think I got to do
I mean,
it.
I don't think the Kamigawa cards were like in the hundreds, right?
Nobody cares
Like,
about Kamigawa.
So
yeah,
the
but
Kamigawa
still, like-
one, but on like for a long time, the red neon ink was like $4,000.
Yeah.
What is that one? It's HI. Everybody know how to spell it?
It's
I
like
forgot all about
Hidet
that card.
Sugu
Yeah, HIDE.
T.
I'm gonna search neon ink. It doesn't pop up. Say it again. HI.
HIDE.
HIDE.
Might be
I forgot all
HIDET.
about that card.
Yep, HIDETSUGU.
Oh my God, it's nothing.
I can't.
It's $500.
You spelled way too fast.
It's Louis. It's $580 for Pete's sake. How are you this
For
bad?
the red neon ink?
Yeah, $580.
That's crazy. That was super expensive for a long time.
I put it in general.
But like nobody wants that card. It's a piece of crap card. There's no collector value to it. It's not like an iconic Magic the Gathering card.
Yeah, but that's
It has
like
gone back. Well, yeah.
that's the only thing we really have to compare this to, though.
Yeah, but this is definitely juiced by the fact that the card is better and it's got the universe
Okay,
beyond
so-
massive community behind it.
So
what do
maybe
you
the
think
skull
that's a-
ranks.
So that's a 2 times multiplier.
I think it's
So-
more. Now that I'm looking at Hidet
580, so
Sugu, I
like
think
I
it's
said-
more than a 2 times. I think Final Fantasy is more than a 2x multiplier.
So I think the best comparison
Donald,
would be
I don't care at all about Magic the Gathering. I want to collect this set.
I think the best comparison would be the non-serialized soul rings.
Yep.
And the Elven one, which is that the 300 one? So it's 3,000 copies, I think. The Elven one is $1,200. That's for something that has 3,000 copies. I don't know if there's more or less than those. It's hard to.
It was. Can I say that was one of the coolest things Wizards of the Coast ever did? Was when they gave like, hey, this is the number of this card. It's not serialized, but this is how many are out there. That was pretty cool. I liked that.
Sure.
I wish they would have done that with these.
It is nice to know that.
Yeah, I agree.
Does that almost make it like serialized though? Make it this like that this is one of
Yeah,
X.
but it's less in your face, right? So more people won't realize it, but it's like if you're tuned in, it's like the extra bit of excitement there. I wonder how many people pulled that and was like, "Oh, it's just a soul ring. I'll trade it for your other soul ring," and didn't know better.
The other cards that are people really like are the art series and the. It's interesting. You have to remember on all these sets on TCG Player to not just look at Final Fantasy.
Yep.
You have to look at. There's 4
7 different
here.
things.
Final Fantasy, Commander Final Fantasy, Art Series Final Fantasy Through the Ages.
I just go to Final Fantasy. What am I messing up?
So when you search on filters, you have to add the sets. Just search Final Fantasy and then.
So I did shop single cards, and it goes.
Here, I'll just send you a link, buddy. I'm gonna send you a link.
high to low. I'm at Cloud, Midgar, Mercenary, Borderless, Surge, Foil.
I'm gonna send a link that way you can just
Get in my DMs.
I'm gonna put it in the Metazu chat.
Oh my god.
That should
Got
filter for you.
Yeah, but the art series is just
Oh, that's what I had.
these aren't cards, are they? They're just the art cards.
You're right. That is just the art cards.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Always bad at this.
But the Through the Ages cards are.
There are
Well,
signed
let's take
art.
this one. Let's take the Cloud, Midgar, Mercenary, Surge, Foil. That card is currently 450. It sold for as high as 600. Where's that card going to settle at, boys? It's at 450 right now.
Oh
I was-
man.
I was gonna. Yeah. All right, hold on.
Really? You think this is the low, Josh? Louis, what do you think?
Which
the only one here I care about.
Surge Foil Cloud.
Yeah, Mercenary, the one that's 450.
It's 450 right now. Those go down. I
All right,
think
so I'm
this,
buying it tonight.
I think the Surge foils go down.
Okay.
I think that the Through the Ages foils are the most interesting ones.
How much are
price-wise.
those going for?
So like the Ristic Study is currently $600 in foil.
Those are the
Why
ones
would I
I'm
see
buying
that
the
on
common
the
stuff.
stupid thing.
So those are the ones where it's like, man, they're going to be so hard to pull.
What are they called?
The
Through the
Ages. The foil version is what I'm talking about. I think
Yeah.
the
The problem you also run into with those are they're highly playable cards.
yeah,
Like the cards that no one will play will go down, but
like this guy's got 20 of these listed. I mean,
no way they have that.
not trying to call somebody out, but there's
No way.
you would have to open an astronomical amount.
Don't you talk about A+ cards like that?
That's
So that's 450.
Oh, it's not because that's who I have in my cart because they had like 16 of everything listed.
I guess he's got 20 of the non-foils listed, not the foils.
Oh, I
We
only
have
That- that could-
150.
Come on,
Where
man.
do you
I
think
only
that-
look at foils. What is this? This is non-foils. You can get non-foils.
How do you make it so it goes only see the foil price?
Oh man, teaching George how to use a web
Yeah.
interface is
It's like at this point,
wild.
it's just teaching him how to use a computer too, like and how to read. Wait, maybe this whole time George can't read.
George, didn't you buy a swanky new laptop recently?
Just
Yeah,
have your
on.
AI company do it.
Is
for
it
you.
bad?
No, it's good.
Do you use it?
On it right now.
I was gonna
I
buy
don't
it
know
off
how to
you.
do
I need a deal on a laptop.
Does this stay with me?
Yes,
Oh, it's good.
I think those are the ones that have the biggest potential of those, and then the other ones are the Commander exclusive.
Are those Commander pack exclusive or Commander
No.
exclusive?
So the way that the collector boxes and play boxes are set up, okay? If I understand this correctly, Josh, pay attention because I need you
Probably
to
don't.
fact check me.
Huh?
You cannot pull. You can pull the borderless foils and surge foil. No, maybe not surge foil. But you can pull the borderless foils out of set boxes. So when they reprint a bunch of set boxes, you're going to see those borderless foils drop in price. But there's not commander cards in the set boosters. So all of the commander borderless foils and commander borderless, certainly the surge foils, those can't see reprints because they can't reprint them in set boxes and all that kind of thing. So those cards should hypothetically have a premium because they are really, really impossible for them to like reprint in foil version. Now the non-foils are in the commander decks. But I don't know.
I don't know, man.
There's just so much. George, collecting the set is an endeavor. I don't think you understand.
I don't think you're ready.
I don't think you.
I don't think you're
understand
ready, my man.
How many?
Oh, it
unique-
looks so good though.
I don't think you're ready.
How many unique?
I think you need to start with something easier. Let's collect a Pokemon set first.
I'd rather die.
Let's,
George, I will procure this entire set for you at a 20% markup.
Oh my god, this is going to be an expensive set. And how much
Donald, why
are
are
you
you
going
trying
to
to
steal
fleece
from
me?
Louis?
I thought we were best friends.
That is the best friend price.
What would be your worst enemy price?
21%.
Okay,
John already offered to do it for free. You got to bid against him.
the main set in Boosh. This is crazy. Oh my god! I'm gonna jump to the last number.
I would do it
All
for
right, I want to
free.
know your estimates. How many unique cards are there? Foil, non-foil is a unique card. How many unique cards are there in the set, George?
How many unique
If you're
foil
doing
and
a
non-foil?
master set and you want one foil and non-foil of every card, every printing,
840.
Josh, what do you think?
I think we're at 1024.
I'm going higher than that. I'm going like 1,500.
The correct answer is 1,796 if you include foils. But wait, 1,898 if you include stamped card. But wait, 2,256 if you include surge foils.
That's
wait,
a lot of cards.
That comes in just below the 2,304, which includes all the One Rings of Lord of the Rings and Lord of the Rings Commander.
Seems like a lot of cards. I'm not sure I have that in me.
Shout out to IJJ Danny 14 days ago on Reddit for that information. That's crazy.
George, I would collect this set if you'd have to pay for the product, but I would collect this set because I think the YouTube video of a master set of this would go bonkers. If it had the gold chocobo and everything, I think that video would go bonkers.
You want to open them? That's insane.
No. But you'd have to get some product. When you're set collecting,
No
No
chance.
shot. No, that is the absolute wrong way to do that.
If you're shipping everything from TCG Player,
100%
commons and uncommons included, and art cards, stamped art cards, you probably want a couple set boxes to crack to start a base.
No way.
Nope.
No way. The EV's gotta be negative.
The time and organization alone is why that's not worth it. Like
I'm not saying you open
product,
the entire set. You open 2 set boxes to get a base. You probably have most of the commons and
You
uncommons.
all about that
It's
base.
gonna-
You're about that base.
At that point.
It's going to be much cheaper to open some set boxes for the commons and uncommons. Like you're not wrong there.
Because when you start adding these things on TCG Player and everyone's only got one copy,
and then you pay $2 of shipping.
You're paying
for every
$2
card.
for a 25-cent card.
Yeah.
Hey, when was the last time you tried to build a deck?
but do you know how many duplicates and extra cards you're gonna get from opening play boosters?
Yeah, but that
You'll
doesn't
definitely
matter.
you'll definitely get some. You're correct.
I still think it's, I don't know. And then the time to organize them and put
This seems like a job for math. Louis, check out. We'll talk about it.
Yes. This seems like a Chat GPT question. Let's do it.
You're insane, George, if you actually do this.
I think it'd be so cool.
It would be cool. So I've heard a lot of people saying they're just gonna I don't know if you noticed this, George, but if you look at the borderless cards,
Yeah.
they put the game that the card's from in the background behind the character. If you look at the borderless cards.
Behind the character?
Yeah.
They also put them down by the artist too, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I've seen a lot of people talk about collecting just
By the game.
by the game, which I think is really cool for somebody who like really loves this.
That cloud card looks so good though.
It's pretty cool. It's gonna be crazy.
I will say prices have come way down already.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize that was the game number behind there till you just said it.
I'm the idiot who doesn't know math.
I'm a little embarrassed. Well, hold on. Recognizing a number in a picture versus doing any kind of math.
Can I just say
And you couldn't recognize the number in a picture.
We also had to
Severance.
Donald, you shut your mouth.
we also had to explain to him how to read Roman numerals. So
That's not
What was that, Donald? Say it again.
We had to
So-
explain to Louis how to read the Roman
not true.
numerals.
So you're right. You and your entire
Yes, it
game
is.
I
store
have Roman
community
numerals in my
and the
name.
AI on your phone is probably a little better than math than I am.
I will say that
True.
somebody else told me about the numbers behind the characters and what they meant.
Who was it?
I don't remember who.
Was it Moore?
Maybe been Logan.
Nope. Moore.
Pretty sure it was Logan.
Shout out to Moore, friend of the podcast.
True. Facts.
I want to play the commander precons. I think a set like this, the big question for me is, are the precons fun to play together? Because I just want to
Yes,
do
they
that
will
like
be.
once or twice.
Wizards of the Coast needs a shout out for precons recently. We've had a commander group that plays
Yeah.
once a month recently, and all the commander precons have been awesome.
Well, they're all the same
Oh.
power level now.
You know what is really awesome is the posters for this set are insane. 4 foil posters. Yeah. They're super cool.
For
This set is
Tarkir Dragonstorm, I got the little mini banners from a mutual game store friend because they
Nice.
didn't want them. And I forced them on when the commander play group got together and we played the precons. Everyone got the banner for their precons. Like, I don't want this. I go, well, don't leave it in my house. it's your problem now. I gave them a task. I gave them a chore.
Yeah, the posters are really cool.
Magic does a lot of stuff to decorate your game store. If you
They've been-
don't
yeah.
replace that stuff, if you don't take it down, if you just keep putting up,
Yeah, your game store fills up very quickly.
it's busy.
All the games do that. One Piece, we have so much One Piece crap just sitting in the back. Okay. You guys ready to move on from Final Fantasy? You want to do
No.
final predictions?
Yeah.
You want to do box prices on Friday when the podcast goes out?
Yep.
Collector box, play box. What do you guys want to do?
Collector box.
I already did my guess, so
What did you say? 800 to 825?
8 to 810. That was
Okay.
a little smaller window.
George?
900.
Just say it, George. You wuss.
No, it's
You
going to be at
coward.
1K at release day. It's not
coward.
release day yet.
You absolute coward.
All right, fine. 1K. Let's go,
Thank you.
boys. Get me there.
Give
Get
me the
there.
juice. Give me the
Final
juice.
Fantasy to 1K. Let's go.
People come to this podcast for one reason. Don't deprive them of that $900.
Well, then-
900.
If it hits 1K, I want the designer of Final Fantasy to make a card and sign it Final Fantasy to 1K for me.
He'll put it in a gold pack. You have to open it.
Yes.
Donald?
750.
Coward.
Oh, you think it's going up too? Ooh, Don, a little positivity from
I'm
the deep
I'm
man.
going 779.
You didn't say 7. Wow.
Yeah, no. You're
Friday
boring.
morning, 9 a.m., 779.
He's gonna list one for 779
100%.
and just hope like God, if they all filter out, I'm gonna screenshot this so hard.
All right, we have a new secret layer to talk about. Secret layer alert. Secret layer X National Association of Latino Arts and Cultures. Nuestra Magica? Did I
I
pronounce
love
that
how
right?
you're better pronouncing that than Chocobo. I want you to know that.
No, that's because he's not memeing here. He's afraid of the backlash.
I am not memeing.
Oh, that makes more sense now.
That's
Well, that afraid of the backlash is probably probably fair, but I'm not meaning the chocobo. I don't
Oh, he got it.
have never
Yeah.
played Final Fantasy or heard of that before this thing.
well,
Anyway, big thing on this that everyone's talking about is there is a Sylvan Library. Now, wait, this is one of those ones that's available because it's a donation thing,
yeah.
charity thing. It's printed to demand. It's available for almost a full month. But there's a Sylvan Library there, and an Ancient Green Warden. That's a cool card.
This is the first secret layer in recent secret layers that doesn't have this crazy inflated price tag for 3 cards. Like the value in
There it
the
is.
actual cards is actually there for
Hmm.
the price. It's more. It's like a $50 or $60 like value, I think, overall. And then the price is what, $30 for non-foil?
Yeah, 30 for non-foil, 40 for foil. I love that. Is it Zangos, God of Revels?
Xenagos.
Xenagos. I love that artwork. That's super cool.
I think that like this is how secret layers should be done. Like the one that they do, the extra life one, it's like the where they have the kids draw the
Yeah, that one's cool.
and like stuff like that where it's like giving to charity and doing stuff like that. I think those are the best secret layers. They always those always knock out of the park. They always like sell really well. They do well. Or featuring like certain communities or whatever, whatever they do. I think that those are like the best ways they do secret layers.
So yeah, I agree. They are doing, in the spirit of authenticity and creative immersion, we wanted to do something special with this drop. Alternative names in Spanish and Portuguese on select cards. I can't pronounce this, such as yeah, anyway. Or as you might know it, Sylvan Library. So what is the, are they just making up things, or is there actual some significance?
No, yeah, like the names are actual. Like it's not just the name translated. Like it's, you know what I mean. Like it's not
It
just
actually has a different name, meaning?
right.
Everything I'm Googling for, it just pops up the card. Really interesting. I don't know. I don't like that the names are different. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm all for like, hey, let's do a secret layer for charity for this thing, that thing, whatever, and have artists that or whatever. But like
I mean, the names
when I
under
play
it.
Magic, I want to know what card I'm playing against.
Okay, well,
I mean, I'm
what are
okay
you
with
gonna
it.
do?
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
You're fine with it.
You understand that the names on the card still, right?
I know, but
In English.
I know.
Okay. Like it's there for you to read.
I can't wait till Donald has to pull La Buncia the whatever, and he has to go through that and find that card.
I already have to do that. We have Greek promos. We have like the freaking Japanese mystical archive cards that.
Yeah, those suck.
Yeah,
I love
I already
those
do
cards.
that.
And I
day.
hate cards that I can't read, and I still love those cards. I don't know. This one's less impactful for me. And Louis, I'm with you. I'm trying to tiptoe.
I think it's more impactful for me. I just want the record to reflect that. Continue, Josh.
I want to tiptoe around. I love the fact that it's for charity. I like that it's for a good cause. I like that it's print to demand. I personally don't like cards I can't read.
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan.
The card is in English.
Yeah, at
That's
least the cards
amazing.
in
Is that
English.
true, Donald?
Well,
Yes.
the name
but
of the cards.
name of the card's not. It's under there in little characters. I don't know. It's something that it's always put me off. When collecting foreign language cards was a big deal, it just always put me off. I just don't like it.
So your issue with the secret layer is you don't know how to read.
Because I can't read the
Yes.
main title. Yes. I can't read the foreign language.
Yeah.
You can't read the English.
I want to say
translation that's
I
under-
love the art on all these. I think the art looks really, really cool on most of them.
The Soul Ring is pretty sweet.
The Sylvan Library is cool. It's like a mountain that looks like a, I don't know, person.
It's hard to tell. Is that a fish,
I
maybe?
don't know what it is, but it's cool.
It's no SpongeBob, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Everybody's memeing about the shoe, the lightning greaves. Oh, it's because it's like the flavor is you getting hit with the shoe by your grandma. So everybody's like, I'm ashamed that I can't like throw this at somebody, and then so it's like, let me introduce you to Captain America.
Yes.
Who literally lets you attach equipment to him, and then you throw the equipment, so you can literally throw the shoe at people.
That's a good one.
Wait, the background of Lightning Greaves is a grandma throwing shoes at somebody?
Yeah, she's taking her shoe off to
Yeah.
like hit you with the shoe because that's.
You never had one of your parents whip a sandal at you?
Yeah, that's what they do.
No, I've never had that.
What's it like to be a well-behaved weird kid? Do something wrong for once in your life.
It's true.
Anyway, this seems like it would be good.
Why is the Soul Ring in English? Why does everything else have a foreign language title except the Soul Ring?
It's a great question. I don't know. What is... No, I'm not going to ask a
I
question.
have questions. I have questions. Watsy, call me. I got questions.
Is soul already...
Sure,
up
but
word.
ring isn't.
It's a made-up word.
No,
It's a made-up word,
soul-
or is it Latin for
SOL is
sun?
a made-up word.
Donald, I think it might be Latin.
Is soul...
Or maybe it's not. Maybe not Latin, but I think soul stands for, like, isn't that where solstice comes from? The summer solstice and the winter solstice.
Soul word.
Your Google search history is going to be a wild place.
Is the word soul Latin? Yeah, it's already from Spanish. Soul is sun in Spanish.
Okay. Yeah, but ring isn't.
Right, but I mean, what are they supposed to do?
The magic is not using. They didn't say this is a sun ring when they made the soul ring. Like that, the word soul in magic is not.
Sure, but Sylvan Library isn't Biblioteca Sylvan.
Okay, I was just trying to figure out why they did that. But all right, are we done talking about the secret lair? This is kind of boring.
It was great.
Oh, we were going to ask the question. What, you got all the universe beyond whatever. What secret layer have they not done that you want to see them do?
I have the only correct answer for Louis.
What is it?
RuneScape.
Is it Blink 182?
No, it was
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Oh,
The Pokemon secret lair.
they already did that. It was.
Did they?
Yeah,
Well,
when,
the Charizard artist did a secret lair. I have one down here.
it was.
Oh, yeah.
It was when they did base set, and then they got
Oh,
kicked out of Pokemon.
when it was, yeah, that's why I don't think it ever happens.
So I think they should do a set commemorating that Taylor Swift now owns all of her own music again.
Yeah. No, this
The
is
thief-
a scam.
The grip.
Thief has been.
Hey guys,
Thief-
feel bad for me. They took my songs that I signed over in a contract.
The
I'm going
thief
to
has
remake
been-
and buy them again.
You know,
No, it
you
starts
guys-
before that, Josh.
I
It's
want you to
before
know,
that.
I knew
Let
you two bozos would be
best-
victim blaming.
The
Thank
best
you.
part of that, I signed a contract. I don't like
I
it.
knew you two would be
I'm
victim
rich
blaming
and
tonight.
famous beyond my wildest dreams. Thanks
I
to this
knew you
record
two
label.
would be victim blaming tonight.
Feel bad for me. I'm a
Feel
victim.
bad
Oh,
for me. I
blame
know.
the victim. The
victim.
Josh story. He gets his new bro haircuts. Got to bro it up.
I'm
Victim blame the woman.
I'm a victim.
This,
Help
you know,
me.
we Donald and I are very proud of Taylor
No.
Swift.
No, do
for
not include
reclaiming
me in
her
that.
songs,
No.
reclaiming her
Now, just-
independence,
hold on.
and
Now, just
being the
kidding.
strong hero we knew she was.
Go
God.
back and buy the old one again, guys. Go back and buy that one again. 'cause
thought
okay.
I thought the
We're good
Final
now.
Fantasy fans were bad in my comment section on my video. Can you imagine the Swifty fans in the comment section?
Yeah, you guys victim blame somebody who had her music
They're not going to put
stolen from
together
her.
a coherent thought
Her,
anyway.
her,
You'll be
her
okay.
artistic independence was ripped from her.
What
but
kind
she
of
got it
independence?
back.
What did you just call her?
What?
What? God, I hope that was just a fumble.
What did I say?
Ah,
Okay. All right. So George
That's a
wants
clip.
Taylor Swift.
that's a clip.
Josh wants Pokemon. Is that what you want, Josh? Or you just saying
No,
that as the take?
what I want personally, I want Halo. I was big into the Halo games as a
That'd be a
kid,
good one.
and that would be it's small enough to where you could do
Did
like
Bungie make any games other than Halo?
didn't they
Destiny?
make BioShock?
Most
Oh,
importantly, they made
God.
Destiny.
Wait, that game was such a flop. It was supposed to be such a big deal,
Dude, Destiny was
and
a
it went
massive
so
deal.
poorly.
No, it did not. Destiny was a massive, massive deal. Massive deal.
Doesn't go in the same sentence as Halo. I can tell you that much.
That's fair. Donald,
I just want magic cards. I don't want all this crap.
So down
The
magic
Magic-
buy the Taylor Swift set.
Can we get a magic secret layer?
You don't want magic cards either. When they make a real
Yeah, you're
Magic,
right, I
I
don't want that
complain
either.
about that too.
Donald, you missed the chance to say Lorcana. I want you to know that,
I don't
buddy.
want a Lorcana secret layer.
Yeah, because then people will buy it and it'll get expensive. It would be crazy.
Don't listen to him, Donald. Me and you know what the game is GOAT.
All
I
right,
don't
Josh.
care if
I fact checked you about Destiny. I didn't want to argue it until I knew my
I didn't want to argue with you until AI told me I was right.
in terms of
Grok,
figure,
where are you at, Grok?
here's the comparison between Destiny 1 and Halo 4, which would be the
What the hell?
that's
hold
not
on,
a fair
hold on.
comparison.
Yes, it is, because Halo 4 is when
But, like-
Bungie left Halo.
Louis, how does it compare to
we're-
Halo 25?
We're
That's what I really
comparing-
care about.
We're
I-
comparing.
If we're not talking Halo ODST, I don't want to hear about it.
So
Oh, what was what was
Let's
the
do this one
top-down Halo real-time strategy game? That one.
Halo 4 grossed 22 million in its first 24 hours worldwide. Destiny 1 sold more than 500 million within the first day.
And how many people were still playing it on day
What
two?
a dumbass statistic.
Let's say-
Comparing Halo 4 to Destiny 1 and comparing one 24-hour period of sales, the Louis DeGeorge comparison. No wonder you thought Sorcery was going to compete with Goat Kana for a year.
That's funny. Destiny was a great game.
Never
They
played.
killed it with Destiny 2 when they killed all their initial player base.
You know what? I'm going to go on a limb. They should do a Destiny's Child secret lair.
Oh,
Oh my god.
it'd be
I'm
better
a
than Taylor
survivor.
Swift.
I ain't going to give up.
I just want RuneScape. I want a RuneScape. series.
Donald, how is that song for your ears?
It was wonderful.
Thank you.
Better than anything.
God, that
Taylor
song was
Swift's ever done.
amazing.
Comment section, leave your favorite comment of what secret layer you want to see happen.
And explain why it's Destiny's Child, because that song is in my head like crazy now.
It's a terrible song.
The song's amazing.
I can't believe you called Taylor Swift that and then didn't suggest her for a secret lair. Voted Destiny's Child over her.
No, Taylor Swift
over
would,
two.
would break the internet.
You are over 2.
It would break the internet.
There's zero crossover there. I can promise you. That is
You're right,
the
because
least.
nobody cares about magic.
You
And
know,
everybody
now
cares
this
about
is
Taylor
a-
Swift.
Destiny's Child or Taylor Swift X Magic the Gathering. Everyone goes, who?
The least amount of crossover in anything ever is Taylor Swift and Magic the Gathering.
That's true, because everybody loves Taylor Swift.
The only thing that crosses over is George. And even that is barely.
I happen to be on America's #1 Magic the Gathering podcast.
Yeah. Oh,
Right, Donald?
Yeah.
Love that.
Are you though?
I carry it
All
every
right.
week on my back,
Uh,
like Taylor Swift carries the music industry.
The next
Ooh.
thing is
I am the Taylor Swift of this podcast.
George, everybody's mad at sorcery.
No. Why?
They printed, so Eric's Curiosa is the big chase card that was not reprinted in beta. It is, you're supposed to rip the card and drop it. It's supposed to be like a chaos orb from Magic the Gathering.
Yeah. Confetti.
So they didn't
Yes.
print that in beta. Well, apparently there's a promo card in Swedish of Eric's Curiosa that they have printed
They're
in
printing cards in Swedish?
because Eric has a special connection to Sweden.
That's
What's
where
his
he,
connection to Sweden?
that's where he hides his illegal money. That's all I can think when I think Sweden. I just think illegal
I think
bank.
it's Swedish fish.
I don't
Swedish
don't
fish
know.
is a good one. Maybe he's a big fan of Swedish
Oh,
fish.
Swedish fish.
Swedish
are
fish are so
delicious.
good. So
Yes.
good.
And I don't know why they're so
You know
good.
what's you know
I
what's
mean,
wrong
either
with
because they should be bad.
the
They,
biggest
they
thing
should
that's wrong,
objectively be bad, and they're objectively good.
they just make you hungrier. The more you
Yeah, they fill you up. Not at all.
Yeah, it's like the opposite.
Dude, I bought some nerd clusters for the nerds who are coding. They devoured them, and I was like, you know what? I'm buying another bag. They devoured them. I bought myself a bag.
Nerds clusters are the best candy.
They are.
They're pretty good.
I don't know about best candy.
All right, so
They're
you
good.
tell me about Eric's Swedish fish.
So I don't know. They printed this promo card, Eric's Curiosa, in Swedish with.
Did they print any other cards in Swedish?
I'm pretty sure it's just this promo, and it's just used for special events in Sweden, which
All right.
has people
All 4 sorcery
Like, hold on.
commenters
Are
were
you trying to
furious.
argue that the country has people?
No,
We
it
agree.
has people upset about them reprinting a card they basically never actually said would never get reprinted, but just didn't
So
print.
I had a fascinating talk with somebody, and I'm not going to name names,
No, you didn't.
who did an amazing job, much better than Louis did, of selling me on sorcery.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about.
His argument to me was basically,
It's going to 1K.
he was like, it's not going to 1K, and nobody cares at the team. They're not pump and dumpers like Louis. They're not pump and dumpers like the pump and dump group that Louis supported.
I didn't support any pump and dump group.
They're like, listen, like that's just like Louis and his cabal's nonsense.
Yes, that is what I'm most.
You have a
known for.
cabal?
I'm most known for my cabal.
Your cabal?
Of sorcery.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if
super
Louis
known
got a
in-
cabal, I think we're all in it,
I'm
guys.
super known for connecting with the other sorcery content creators in the community and being involved in all that.
That's
I
how I
think
know you.
much
That's
to
what I'm
Louis'
known for.
dismay, this is his cabal. I don't
So-
think he can do better. I think this is it.
He said that basically, like, listen, like, if the player count goes down, nobody cares. Like, it is about having, like, it is not about commercial success. It is about artistic success.
Yeah, I can tell you exactly what they said because you told me that what they told me on the phone. They said that this is a passion project for Eric, and that's what matters, which is exactly what I have been saying for 2 years.
That is not what you've been saying until it flopped. But more importantly,
No, that's not
exactly
fair.
what I've said.
I
for
love
2
to
years.
roast Louis, but
good, me too.
he was
But
on
more
that.
importantly,
This is
I-
like when I tell my wife something for 6 months. I say something, hey, we should go do this. We should go do this. And she's like, no, I don't want to do that. No. And then one of her friends does it. And she's like, hey, you know what we should do?
This
We
is
should
a
ask.
thing.
I've been saying this
This is a
for
thing.
6 months.
so
This is a thing.
So more importantly, his argument was that commercial success is not the right way to judge this game. He goes like, the standard ways in which YouTubers and commenters view this game, it will fail that lens, but that will not matter to the people who are making the game.
I said this for years. So.
You should have said it better. That's what I've learned from this
All right,
experience.
that's fair. I will accept that.
So I have to put
So,
up. I have to
here's
put up
my
my
here's my
sharks.
issue with that.
'Cause-
Like I think he's right. I want to be clear. Like I think he's right. But that means that there's no real way to judge this game as a success or failure.
Can I ask you a question? Really,
Yeah.
the only question I think in this conversation that matters. Why is it that when we were talking about them reprinting a card and that was the point of the conversation, you took it to this completely different left field thing of
Because
what
I
is
think
success
it
for sorcery,
highlights
which we've
that, like,
talked about for 2 years and never.
Because I think it highlights the disconnect in the community. Like they're idiots. Like the community is like, oh, they reprinted a card they didn't say would never be reprinted in freaking Swedish.
as
A
pro-
language I just learned on this podcast exists.
and only as a promo.
Like people are judging this game on things that he doesn't care about. And like at the end of the day, I think he convinced me to give the team more props because he's like, listen, like there's other designers who had success, Mike, and got influenced by high prices, games, and it was, and it like ruined the purity of their game. The box as a box ceased to matter as much as commercial success matters. So they chase something that's always going to be elusive.
So if you wanted to say it another way, the most important thing for the success of sorcery would be, does Eric get bored or not? Does he still enjoy it?
So I mean, like I think
I've been
like, the
saying
problem is like I don't know how you gauge that, right? Because like the only way to gauge that will be when he like in 5 years when he doesn't put out a box anymore, and he's like, well, it's been 5 years since we should have had set 6. Like, I don't know how you like. what it convinced me is Eric is a true artist. And I think you just gotta let him cook. And so, like, if you're looking for numbers go up, you're gonna have a bad time with sorcery.
Sure.
I think if you genuinely like the art, not just I can sell this art for $20,000, like if you genuinely like the art of sorcery, it's not a trading card game. It's an art project.
It is a trading card game though.
But
there is a whole
not the way the game.
Not to interrupt your guys' couple squabble in your back and forth here, but that's where my issue is. I can respect that if Eric views this thing as a passion project and that it's his artistic expression. I don't understand why you don't put people in place knowing, hey, at its core, I'm still making a trading card game. I need people that are going to make this successful. I need to care about player count to a certain extent.
I don't think I think his point is that he doesn't.
The value of my box and how many people are buying my box to a certain extent. That doesn't have to be my primary focus. I can put myself as Eric.
He doesn't care about those things. Though.
That's what George just said.
Louis, like, I don't think he does. Like, I think he likes designing cards, but I think he loves the art.
Right, but there needs to be people that care about those things that are integral to a TCG's stability. Because
there are certainly people, they have a team of people who play test and play the game, and his friend, I don't remember the guy's name, that's terrible, but his friend is the one who created the actual gameplay side of the game, and he's on staff, and they have a team of testers that test out mechanics and play the game and make the grid thing work. Like, you guys are both talking about the game like there's not like a full-fledged card game connected to it, and there is.
There is a card game connected to it. You are correct. But there's a card game connected to every TCG that we've seen released since the beginning of time, save maybe Pokemon.
Sure.
Right? That's not the barrier for success. If you're in charge of that area, the fact that there is a card game that does exist and a rule book that you can flip through, that I don't view that as success. Your job should be, I want to grow this player base. I want to create some stability so people who get in for the art and then play the game can one day find a larger community, find more people interested in what they're interested in. And I'm not saying that's the end all be all. I'm not saying you have to be Magic. I'm not saying you have to have a commander thing at every store. But you're objectively delusional if you want to argue it doesn't matter that the game grows and more people get sorcery cards in their hand and find passion for the game.
Here's where I think you're wrong. Like, I will defend sorcery on this. If this is an art passion project,
sure,
the test won't be does game player number go up or down.
Then it's the other side. I talked about game player number and people buying your boxes.
Let me ask you this:
one of those two things.
Like, if I'm sure you're familiar with like the Banksy selling the art on the street of New York for $50 and nobody buying it.
Sure.
If that's Eric, and he's like, I love the art, I'm the Banksy of TCGs. I don't care if people don't buy my art for $50. I care that I appreciate the art, and I think that I'm a good curator of art. And that is like, and over time, over decades, people will recognize that I'm a good curator of art, and that is what the point of this game was.
Did you just throw out imagine if it's around in 10 years?
So
no, I mean, to me, it's I don't think it's a matter of like, will it be around? I think it's a matter of like, will we look back at sorcery if the box is worthless? Let's say the box is worth $0.
Sure.
Will we look back at sorcery in 10 years and say, you know what? The box is worthless because trading cards and art shouldn't mix. But that dude, Eric, is a great curator of art.
Yeah, like, I think the mistake
he has a good nose for art.
I don't know that there might be 10 people in the world who say something like that.
But those are the 10 people you care about. That's all that matters.
I guess. I think the mistake that you're making, George, in my opinion, is that you are putting Eric into somebody who only cares about art. And that's not the case.
Well,
Let me
ask you this,
finish a freaking conversation, and then maybe we could have we could be done with this. Like, Eric is also a avid Magic the Gathering collector who grew up playing TCGs, grew up playing Magic the Gathering in a completely different universe than what Magic the Gathering currently is. And so I think that it's not just art that he is passionate about, it is also he is passionate about this idea of like a much smaller scale TCG. Like, so the thing that I think he is searching for and hoping to accomplish is like, Magic the Gathering got so big, what if I created something that's much more organic and smaller and not a giant scale?
I mean, it's
And
not hard
you
to make
as
a
a
small TCG. You can do one on your kitchen table. Like, I don't get the sense that if he wants to be known as like a great game designer,
yeah, I wouldn't say that that's something that I don't know
like
if
that's my point. Is like, if you're not known as a great game designer, why are you designing a game? Like he wants to be known for the art.
or you just like creating something. Like, it doesn't have to be the
There are other ways to express that outside of a TCG, though. So he does
I
have
mean, like,
some
you think like
ties
if you
to
did
the
like art
TCG
cards, like sports cards, it would matter. Like I don't think that would do. I don't think it would hit.
yeah. I mean, now we're just
Yeah.
criticizing the way that somebody decided to spend their time and engage in a hobby they wanted to do. That's what you guys are doing right now.
I'm sorry. Welcome to May the Zuby.
You're such a softie. What a pansy.
Yeah, welcome to May the Zuby with
We're
you.
just criticizing their
Bash Taylor Swift
desire
some
to
more,
do
Louis.
something.
Let's
You
bash
called
Taylor Swift some more.
Mark
Let's
Rosewater's
bash
aunt, the
the
woman of
number
the
one
night.
selling artist of all time some more, Louis. Talking about the artist.
Higher than
Spare
Michael
me.
Jackson?
Spare me.
Higher
Spare
than
me.
Michael Jackson?
Hmm?
Did she beat out Michael Jackson?
Everybody. Like, I don't care how he spends his time, but I think it changes. I think like the conversation I had changed the way. I think it challenged the way I view success for sorcery.
So, what's success for sorcery? That Eric doesn't get bored?
Yeah. Like, I also think that, like, candidly, we won't be able to. What I think he challenged for me is what you can't do is judge the game by the box price or the number of players or the number of events or the number of stores carrying the game.
Yeah.
Then this kind of, in my opinion, becomes you're trying to have, and I'm not saying we're doing this, like the atheist versus the theological argument where you have the ultimate trump
All
card.
right. So where do you guys stand on that topic? That's a good segue.
Like, well, none of this matters because, boom.
But
so like, what do we discuss for sorcery then?
So, but
do we call Eric and say, "Hey, are you bored, man?"
no, I think
I'm glad you're finally on that train. I want to say, like, I'm glad somebody else spoke that into your brain. That is what
the problem is I respect him. That's the difference.
So, like, I think the question that we can look at in that ballpark is like, Eric is designing this thing that then gets picked up by maybe not 5,000 game stores, but maybe it's picked up by 500 game stores. Maybe, eventually it's picked up by whatever. And does Eric take that thing and create it in a way that can be beneficial for the stores that choose to carry it or choose or whatever? And is the team, I think the analytics that we do on this podcast is like, is the team respectful to the way that the game is growing, and are they doing their best to make it beneficial for the stores that choose to be on their whatever? If you go out and you print 250,000 boxes and now everything that everybody always had is now worthless, like, that's not respecting that kind of the area that you are as a company. I think that's the type of thing that is important to look at. So that's what I would say would be the.
I can't weigh in on that. I'm gonna struggle.
I mean, like, I don't know if I agree with that. I think it's like interesting. I don't know how you respect a store if you don't care about the box price.
or how many people want to buy it, or at least that somebody. How many people's wrong? That somebody wants.
Candidly, I think like the thing that convinced me is that you have to look at sorcery at a time horizon that doesn't make sense for a podcast or for the current universe. Like he's playing the long game.
Yeah.
And like,
so let me ask you guys another question.
Here's what, you know what? Like now that I'm talking about it out loud for the time. Now that I'm actually thinking about it for the first time in a week. Here's what it like. I'll say it. Like here's like. Mike saw money and chased it. And he wanted it quick high. And he got it. Eric won't do that. No, I think there's other shortcomings in the design structure. I've been clear that I think once a year will never work for player growth.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you had to pick your poison, I would say that this is a much healthier one than the designers who chase immediate highs and print tendies as fast as they can and like leave collectors in the dust.
What a wonderful time to be opening these cards.
So like, I think like to me, if you're going to have a flaw, not caring about player growth seems like a much better one than overprinting boxes because you want free tendies.
Sure, I agree with that. Let me ask you the final question. What do you guys think about them reprinting the Eric Curiosa?
Good. Like, who cares? Like, this is my point in this. Is like,
great. I agree. Let's move on. All right. What's the Lorcana section?
Okay. I need you guys to convince me not to go ham on high-end GoatCana cards.
Sure. I think, hold on. Let's pause. Let's all sit down and have a conversation with George. He's talked about completing a complete Final Fantasy set, just bought a new AI camera, and now he wants to buy high-end Lorcana. George, what are you going through, bud?
So, like, the prompt... No, I'm going to it. I have a lot less expenses than I used to have.
Oh, I keep forgetting to send you my mortgage bill. That's my bad.
I don't know why. I think that Lorcana's success will be. Why would you buy anything other than first chapter boxes? Like, if Lorcana is successful long term, which
here is my problem with that.
You have
if I want to spend $100,000 on GoatCana,
right?
That's a lot of storage.
Yeah, they're small boxes,
but that's still 100 boxes. It's like what, 100 boxes?
That's like a pallet.
Seems like a lot. Yeah. Like,
you got $100,000 to spend on Lorcana. Buy, I don't know, invest in some property or something, dude.
Rent a U-Store it, man.
Spend $50 a month and get a U-Haul. Like, what do you
use the Lorcana to patch Donald's roof?
Yeah.
Is your roof still okay, Donald? Okay, good. I did not say that, Donald. I supported you. I want you to recognize that. Okay?
Wait, that wasn't. It's a common trope on the podcast.
I support Donald in all things, in all ways. Continue.
I think this goes to.
I can't.
Whenever you have a game like this, the question I think is like, what's the velocity of sales? If you're investing, like right now, you're asking an investing question, right?
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to sell the cards that you buy into? I just think if the game is successful, there's nothing more high velocity in the future.
I think that's true. I think first chapter will always be the easiest sale.
Yeah.
But I think like the Cinderella card that like is like from the event, I think like the Gold Mickey. Like the Gold Mickey is the most fascinating card in GoatCana.
I think all that stuff's a trap.
Really?
Yeah.
Donald, what do you think? You're the GoatCana expert. What do you think?
I believe that for every game, not just Lorcana.
Donald?
I'm not a collector in any game. I've never been a collector. So like to me that stuff means nothing. If I like the only way to get the Gold Mickey is, to win at an event. Like I don't want the card if I didn't win it. That's like, to me, I'm not going to buy it. Like if I didn't win it.
So I mean, like, I don't know. I go back and
I
forth on it a
respect
lot.
I respect that. I think people
Yeah.
who buy the prize cards, it's a little silly.
I mean, the only card that I've wanted was when they did their first store championships, and it was because Stitch is my character, and it was a promo version of Stitch, and I attended 5 different store championships to ensure that I won one, and I haven't attended the store championship since because I didn't care after that. I just, to me, it's not about like chasing them and collecting them and flipping them. I know plenty of people that attend as many as they can so that they can just turn around and sell them and flip them. Like that's just not me. So
Yeah. I don't know. George, I think like we've been through this. We've been down this road before. Isn't it just always a safer thing to go with? I don't see the advantage that the singles have other than storage. I mean, storage is a
Storage is
valid,
the big one.
Yeah.
Storage is the big one.
but other than storage, I don't see the reason.
Like my D23 sets take up no space.
I also don't know where you're going to get that many first chapter boxes. I don't think there's that many on the market that you could.
I'll bet you can find them.
I know a room in George's house. You could get 'em.
If he already has them, then he doesn't need to get.
I already have a lot of first chapter boxes.
Right, but like I'm saying, like the market on those isn't huge, and they're not printing more. So
has that been confirmed?
I just confirmed it right now.
Just broke that news on the podcast.
Yeah.
Whoa! Welcome to This With You, America's most exclusive new CCG podcast. I think they do one more print.
No,
No, you think they're done with the first chapter?
You have to understand that
they're done with the first 3 sets.
You have to understand that they are focused more on the game aspect, and they are getting ready to enter rotation. So set 9 is going to be over half reprints from the first 4 sets that are being rotated out. So they're not interested. They're not going to reprint first chapter when they're rotating it out. What they will do is put the cards in set 9 that they want to keep in the game. Like they're focused on the game. It's never been a collector's game. It's always been a player's game. First chapter is collectible mostly because of the scarcity and the fact that it was the first one.
So George, I think if you wanted to go singles, I would go more into Enchanteds from first chapter then.
Also.
Because there will be like a master set collecting type thing. There will
Have
be.
They said they won't reprint the.
Well,
tables?
that's hard too.
I don't see them reprinting any of the Enchanted.
That's.
I don't see that happening.
Listen, we've seen it before. If a game doesn't explicitly state,
Even when they do explicitly.
Look at Eric's Curiosa.
Yeah. Well, Lorcana's kind of put a window into this, right? They've printed a rarer card now.
Yeah.
So it's not the same card.
I don't think that changes the fact that like there's no need to reprint the Enchanted.
I do think Elsa might be the big winner. I think that might be the right call. I think like buying
Elsa could be
I think buying like 10 Elsas.
If you don't have an Elsa, then sure, pick it. It's always going to be the number 1 Enchanted.
It's the Charizard, the Black Lotus.
Exactly. It's always going to be
better. Years.
God, Let It Go is such a great song. Let It Go.
That movie sucks.
Let It Go, the best Disney song ever.
Definitely not.
My daughter's approaching the age where she sings the Disney songs now, and she wears her little Elsa dress, and she's learned to put her hands up when she twirls and sings Let It Go. It's the most adorable thing I've ever seen in my life.
So let me ask you this, Donald and Louie. If that's not the best Disney song, what is the best Disney song?
I think Encanto has the best Disney music.
Encanto's a good music song.
You
or a
can't
good music
even,
movie.
That's amazing that you just said that, George. That
I don't think it's the
compared to
best.
Let It Go?
You know how many awards Encanto has won for the music?
Hold on,
That's
do
'cause
you
it's
know this?
Yes.
That's
That's weird considering you just talked ish about it for like 6 months.
Yeah, I had never watched it.
Because he had never seen it, and then he watched it, and he's like, "Oh,
So
wait."
now, what is your best Disney song?
I
There's only one other right answer.
I don't know. I like the
Got
old.
a friend, me.
Nah,
Circle of Life.
I like the
Circle of
old,
Life is the other song.
I like the old school stuff. You know, your Aladdin stuff. Your
Aladdin.
God, that was so good.
One jump from Aladdin.
God, that was so good. A whole new world.
Once my head is sore.
Little Mermaid's got some
Yeah, also got some bangers.
bangers. Yeah.
Damn, that was a good.
yeah, Pocahontas is good. Colors of the Wind.
Yeah.
Colors of the Wind's a great
Yeah.
song.
Colors of the Wind's all right. That's the
Like,
only good song in that song. That's the
all
only good
the-
song in the entire movie.
All the like old school '90s Disney songs.
Take me
are
back,
all
Donald. Take
great.
me back, baby.
A whole new
But-
world.
I will say Encanto is definitely the best modern.
I'm saying
Disney
Lincoln
out
Park
there.
in Seattle in a couple months.
How much were tickets?
No idea. I just hit buy. Who knows?
$30.
No, they were expensive. I remember thinking that, yeah, this is expensive for a band like I thought nobody would care about anymore.
They're back. You know,
They sold out the arena.
Yeah, it's a female singer now.
Yeah, I did know that.
She's
She does all right.
really good.
Hmm.
I like the new
I think she does good. I think she does good. I think people need to like lay off her. Like, it's not going to be the same. They're not saying it's going to be the same. People need to chill out.
Okay, do we have a secret sauce?
Yes, Donald's going to tell us his favorite story at the concession stand.
Oh yeah, duh. What'd you come up with, Donald?
Hit it.
Lots
When
of
when I was in high school, and I would attend Friday night football games, and
Yeah.
I would always eat nachos and cheese, and then every Friday night I would end up sick, and then that's how I found out I was lactose intolerant.
It's a great story, Donald.
This does bring up an interesting
I'll pick
question,
up for you.
which isn't about Donald's bowels.
Then that's not the secret sauce,
Thank
Josh.
God.
Do you have to say nachos and cheese?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's just nachos.
Really?
It's just chips.
Nachos doesn't imply cheese?
No,
Yeah.
nachos can be salsa.
Wait, so if you have tortilla chips and salsa,
Not
that's
not
nacho cheese.
not my salsa.
I want you to know there's no better reason that Louis and I are friends than what just happened. Like, I thought that was hilarious, and the other two look horrified.
I couldn't believe that he fumbled so hard and still didn't get there. It's like I'm watching a car crash in slow motion.
That was a good one. You guys are haters. That was great. That was horrible.
Oh,
That was
my God.
amazing. Louis, that's the best thing you've done on the podcast.
Imagine being so sad in life
Hercules, by
that
the way.
you're resisting laughing at something. Imagine
There was
resisting.
no resist. There was
imagine
no resist. there.
resisting laughing at something.
Imagine
man.
just thinking you're funny when you're not.
I have
Donald, are you
nothing-
still
no.
lactose intolerant?
The problem is that I've been watching absolutely way too much Norm Macdonald, and he had a thing
Yeah,
where
That
he
follows.
he liked bombing because he thought it was really funny that everybody paid money to go to a comedy show and then like was so hard to make laugh.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious when I make YouTube videos and nobody watches them too. I just do it for the memes.
So, Donald, are you still lactose intolerant?
Yes.
How does that affect your life?
He ate nachos.
Well, but I thought nacho cheese wasn't real cheese.
It's not. It's mostly plastic, but
Yeah.
Dude, there's
Are you
nothing better.
practicing? Are you
There's
practicing
very
intolerant?
little. There's very few things better than nacho cheese.
That's pretty true. Nacho
Like,
cheese is
what are you gonna not put nacho cheese on if given the option? That's the secret sauce.
apparently,
Where's the lie?
apparently,
Well,
not
most
George's
desserts
corn
are
dog
out.
was a
Not
nice
all,
soggy.
but most.
I don't think you put it on corn dogs. I'll say it. I think
Oh.
corn dogs.
If you give me
Bro.
a traditional corn dog and a cup of nacho cheese,
That'd
I'm
be fine.
dipping that
That'd
bad
be
boy.
fine.
Yes, yeah, 100%.
I'm dipping that bad boy
I think
every
it-
time to the
I-
last
I-
bite.
you know what? That's what made it so frustrating. Is I think they could have done it like a corn dog nacho situation, where they have a cup of the crunchy of the crushed up Takis, a cup of the nacho sauce, and you do a dippy, then you get chewy, and you are in business.
I suggested this when you said it. It should have been a dip situation.
It's like a
Yeah,
fun. It's
damn
like a
Come
fun
on,
fix.
Mariners. Donald, what do you think on
And they
this?
could even call it like fishing.
I don't like Takis.
Aren't the Mariners like it's like it's the Marlins.
It's the Marlins.
Marlins
Tacos
are.
do
We're the,
Right.
I
What's
learned this at the
isn't a
baseball game.
mariner a
The
fisherman?
Mariners are a moose.
What?
It's a Mariner moose.
No, Mariner
Yeah,
has to be
Google
like a fisherman, right?
So they do instead of like the Polish hot dog races that they have at the Cubs Stadium, they have the different kind of salmon races.
A mariner is a
Sure.
sailor.
Best.
What kind of races?
Salmon.
Okay, not what I heard.
No, the mascot for the Mariners is a moose.
But why isn't it a sailor?
YMCA. I don't know.
Wow. All right. Well,
Put in the comment section how you think they should have made that corn dog more. Put in the comment section how you would make the world's best corn dog, and Louis will make it next week on the podcast.
no, I want to know what you wouldn't dip in cheese.
Nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese. I think you're right. Like a regular food is always better with nacho cheese.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't want chocolate nacho cheese.
Let's eliminate most desserts, right?
So like I went
I
to
don't know.
mashed potatoes.
I'm gonna say right now,
Well, hold on.
I think
I
a
want
Rice
mashed
Krispie
potatoes.
treat dipped in nacho cheese would be fuego.
Oh, I said most desserts
Sure,
because I
but,
knew
like,
there'd be something, and that doesn't sound terrible.
Imagine if it's Thanksgiving dinner, and you've got
Put that shit on the turkey.
You've got
Put it right
mashed-
on the turkey.
Gravy instead of
gravy, they put out a bowl of nacho cheese.
This is why you come to this podcast.
This
we are
is also
saving
why
your
we all look
Thanksgiving.
like we do.
You
By
know
the
what
way,
I'm doing?
This is why we look like we do.
You know what I'm doing at Thanksgiving this year, right? Nacho cheese.
Then Donald can't eat it, Louis.
Like I'm thinking, like
Donald, do you
pasta,
go to Louis'
mean-
house for Thanksgiving?
To be fair, I wasn't invited anyway. So.
like a
You-
creamy yellow
hold on.
cheese sauce on pasta, but that's
Whoa.
just
Louis.
mac and cheese.
Whoa.
That's just
Louis,
mac.
you don't invite Donald to Thanksgiving?
Donald has certainly been invited to Thanksgiving dinner.
Donald, I would like to extend an invite to Thanksgiving at my house.
Haven't you even been at Thanksgiving dinner, Donald?
No, last year I
Not
invited you to my Thanksgiving, and you went to Ohio.
To be with
Oh,
my
you went and saw
family.
your
To be with-
family.
to be with my
You
family.
went and saw your family.
I'm
you
pretty sure
POS.
you've been to a Thanksgiving dinner at my house.
Donald, you are always welcome at my Thanksgiving.
Same, but it's really cold in Chicago around that time of year.
I'll be in
keep your
Seattle,
breath
though.
warm.
Let's do a May the Zoo be with you Thanksgiving at my house.
I love that.
I'm not doing it at your house.
Friendsgiving.
Your basement's gonna be flooded. It's gonna be a mess.
Goodbye,
I'll go to either one of your places as long as someone's paying for the plane ticket.
I got you.
There's the
You're
there's the Donald.
you're the someone. You
There's
nailed
the
it.
Donald we know. Everybody go subscribe to Scruffy Looking Gaming if you can spell it right on YouTube. We'll
Which
link
you
it.
all
We'll-
can because
we'll
it's a
put
great
it.
title and a great screen name. Good job, Donald.
Well, he'll comment. He'll be one of the first comments. He always is. And if you leave a negative comment about any of us, Donald's
jumps on board.
usually there. He's usually there responding. So just
Wait,
Thank you
does
for
he? I was
defending
just
me, Donald.
thinking, Donald, are you doing this?
Doing what?
Are you jumping on negative comments about us?
oh, dude,
Always.
Donald
That's
gets into it.
mean.
Donald gets into it in the comment section. It's
I love that. I
It's
love that
pretty
energy.
good,
Go
yeah.
get him, Donald.
Oh, wait, people. I'm all for that. He's defending us. I thought when someone said Josh
Oh.
sucks, he's like, yeah, I agree. That guy's terrible.
Yeah,
That is-
sometimes
Really?
he does say stuff like that.
Man,
I mean,
Donald.
it depends
Donald
on how
speaks to-
factual it is.
Yeah, Donald speaks his mind. He's not afraid to hold back, which was why his YouTube channel is so great, and everybody should go subscribe. to Scruffy
Absolutely.
Looking
It's my
Gaming.
favorite YouTube channel.
And then go subscribe to Hometown TCG,
My second favorite YouTube channel.
don't subscribe to my. Just subscribe to Donald's.
and go find George's secret channel called the George Channel.
Accurate.
It's called George's Blue Corn Dog.
Make sure you
That'd be a great channel name.
Don't Google that. Please don't Google that.
That'd be a great channel name.
make sure you like this video. Have fun at Final Fantasy pre-release tonight. Remember to be kind to the people
Final
around
Fantasy
you.
to 1K. Let's go, boys.
May the zoo be with you.
And also the Final Fantasy to 1K.
And also with you, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.